Oh, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about compound today. We're talking about compound for OK Henry or OK Hearn. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I tried. I get an E for effort. All right, so looking at compound here, little update. It's worth $93. Oh, good. It went up a few dollars. Yeah, you guys, I should have done an update on it yesterday because I meant to say that I think that is the low. And I think I did say that to some people, whether it was in the Discord or on YouTube comments. I think it was in the Discord, I forget, but I think that's the low. I think that's what we got. If you didn't scoop it up here, you're probably missing your opportunity. Now, are prices below there still possible? Sure. Sure they are. You know, $77 there. Hit the 188. Hit the 1886. Found resistance. Going back to the 1272 is very common. But what did we do? Where is that line? It's right there on top of the 1414. We literally tipped it. Closing at the 1618. Finding support on it. Really, at least right now it looks like we are. This kind of look encourages me to believe that compound wants to go higher, both in this fib scale and probably on a greater fib scale as well. The minimum target from here would probably be at 120 to 155 in that area, but I absolutely think we will see deeper extensions than that in a very short amount of time. You guys, I feel robbed with compound. Here we are. Last week we went up 29%. The week before that, up 14%. The week before that, 10%. And I bought in before, or was it? It was this week. I bought in during this week. I mean, I obviously bought more before then. I layered in from $58 all the way down to $38 at my lowest purchase. But I feel robbed because there were some other cryptos that I'm holding that I've got focus on as well that went up way more last week. And compound just broke this accumulation range, man. Like, it's supposed to go. So I feel robbed, but I think we're about to be vindicated on that front. I think that this definitely has more room to go. I think it has more room to grow, and I think this $235 to $304 price will remedy any feelings of potentially missing out on other cryptos that anyone might have. Compound being worth $93, growing up to the areas that I think it's going to go to in a very short amount of time. I would expect sometime this month in March we will see a 145% price increase or a 218% price increase. That's anything from a 2.5x to a 3.2x essentially. Stuff like that. Coming up soon. Coming up very soon. Hold on, guys. I really don't know what's wrong with my throat, man. Top to bottom here. Hit the 382. Found some momentary resistance on it. But the thing is, generally with this kind of look, you would go back to your 236. That's kind of an expectation. But the reason why I'm throwing that out of the bag, even though that's a norm with fibs, the reason why I'm throwing that out the bag is because we broke out of this overall accumulation range. I don't think we're about to go back into it. I don't think that's what we're going to do. So I'm throwing that out the window. And it makes sense because if we're looking at it on a daily, we found resistance here, but we haven't rejected. We're hugging. So we might see our next leg up here any day now. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be sometime this week. Bitcoin did just move up, and generally whenever altcoins run, it's after Bitcoin runs up and then it consolidates. So maybe Bitcoin's going to consolidate, maybe moves down a little bit, down and up, you know, who knows. But I would expect compound to go higher. Now, if I am wrong, we could see that $77 price, or at the lowest, potentially $61, but I really don't think that's going to happen. If either of those prices come around, I definitely will be buying more. I'll be advocating like a madman for people to buy more. And I hope you guys buy more too, and I hope you don't panic sell. You know, none of this financial advice. You do what you want to do. You know, you don't have to buy more. You don't have to hold. You can panic sell if you want to, but if lower prices come, it's going to be for buying. It's not going to be for selling. Not in my genuine opinion. But I definitely think we have higher prices to go. I'm just talking about that now because you never know what could happen. If it happens, I want you to be prepared mentally and be like, oh, no, the unexpected thing happened. But I'm still okay. It's still a higher low. The structure still looks nice. It will come back with a vengeance. These targets are still on the table. It's just going to take more time than I thought. You know, that's okay. And really what this is a good time, right? It's a good thing to buy. Because if the price goes down here, that's a good area to buy. Just like here, if you bought here and then it went down, you might have felt dumb. You might have felt emotional. But if you waited, you didn't panic sell, now you feel pretty damn smart, don't you? You know, so just even if you buy here and we see a pullback, just wait, just be patient, man. But hopefully most of you are in the same position I am, where your bags are already loaded, you're ready to go. You guys, Compound has a bright future ahead of it. I very much do think that it's going to go to several thousands of dollars in price. If we take this low or high to low here, the minimum target would be $2,400 for the all-time high of this cycle. The maximum target is somewhere around $8,232, and I think that we could go a little bit higher than that. If we take Compound, if we look at it, I want to make sure you guys can hear me, because sometimes that mic, man, it's been good, so I think I did fix the problem, but you never know. No, not ICP. Comp. I said comp. Why is that? Why does that come up? That doesn't make any sense. Because it says computer. Comp. 630 million. Let's call it 631. Okay, 631 million at its current price. 631 times 26. I'm not going to do that math right now, man. I'm not going to. Google, the calculator is going to do it. 631, right? Yeah, 631 times 26. That would be a $16 billion market cap, $16.4 billion market cap. Yes, it says 16,000, but I did 631 as 631 whenever it's 631 million. The thousands become billions. If you could convert that math that way, it's easier. I don't have to type in all the zeros. 16 billion. If we were to go all the way up to the 1618, that would be an 87.85x, 87.85. So 630, come on, 631 times, what was that? 87.5, is that what it was? Let me see. 87.5. Yes, I know it says 86 there, but 100% is 200%. So anytime you're dealing with the hundreds, you always add one. It's not an 86x, that's actually 87x. 87.85, not 5, 85. That would give us a $55 billion market cap. Now that's very high, as well as that whatever the market cap was before, 17, 16 billion, I forget. Those are both high market caps, but they're very achievable market caps. Okay, they're definitely very achievable market caps, especially for something like Compound. I know a lot of you are asking for me to do a fundamental video on Compound, and I will do that whenever I have time. I will hopefully have time later this week to do that. I want to go in depth on why I think Compound deserves a market cap of that status. But beyond just the technicals, saying, hey, the golden extension, a very well respected ratio, is all the way up here. You know what I mean? But besides just saying that, giving more validity to the idea, maybe more fundamental reasons, because I know a lot of you guys like that stuff, but I am mainly a technical guy, so this stuff I can just say off the top of my head. When it comes to fundamentals, I'm going to have to do more research, and I've already looked into Compound. Like I don't invest in anything unless I've looked into what it does personally, but if I want to get all the facts and all the details of the fundamentals, and I'm probably obviously not going to get all of them, but as many of them as I can in one video to make it sound like it deserves this, right? To get the right spin on it, I'm going to need a bit of a script, so I'm going to have to do some research on it. Write some notes down. All this stuff just comes from the top of my head. I don't script anything other than my list of coins that I talk about, but that's it. Anyways, 87x. Sorry, is that right? Is that an 80, 87? That's an 87 from here. Oh yeah, because we've already grown so much, man. Man, back here, I was like, that seems small. I was about to say, I thought Compound would do over 100x, and it did for a long time. It had that potential, but now being up here, man, that 100x is going away. It's going away, man. We're at not a 90x. It would be an 80. What would it be? Come on, right there. 89x, yeah. 89x potential. So yeah, I don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell if that happens. The minimum kind of expectation again would be here, and that's only a 26x from here, but that's still pretty solid gains. And in the more immediate term, I would expect that we see Compound go to this 61869 area, which would be like a what is that? It's like a 2 to 3x, something like that, right? 2.5 to a 3.3x with the current price being at 91. So any lower prices will be a blessing, because then that just adds to the multiplier of it all. But looking at the RSI, we got really hot on the RSI, you guys. We were all the way up at the 92.5 area. We're cooled off a little bit, though we are still hot. We're overbought. We've been overbought for a little while. We could go lower. It is possible. But at this point in time, I am thinking that that's the low. I think, we had a nice 1886 rejection, 1414 support, and we're going to build higher. So that's just my genuine opinion. Could we go lower from here? Sure. Do we go lower than this? I'm not looking for it, but if we do, 77 is the next area of support, and then potentially we could go all the way back down to like $60 to $65 if that doesn't hold. But I really don't think that's going to happen because, again, what I started the video with saying is that we broke out of this long phase of accumulation. I don't think we're about to break back into it, especially not with that volume, especially not with this move. I think we have more to go. So that's all I got to say. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. The 123 moving average on the weekly is also right there at about $77. So again, that is a possibility. Don't be scared if it happens. Just accept it as the opportunity that it is for people to get in. But at this point in time, I am considering that as the low. I'm personally considering that as the low. Yeah. Anyways, take care. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.